So hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Ames's Corner. How you all doing out there? So I have a truck here that has been on my channel a few times before, but I don't think you guys are going to recognize it because it has come a long way. This would be the 88 Ford F-250 with a 460 in it that we put a 4-inch lift in it. Oh, years ago, I think now 2 years now. When this truck first came in, it was a mess. It was ugly. It was rotted out, no floors. It was just a rusted and rusty piece of I didn't want to work on it. And I constantly would get it. I would constantly be the person to work on this truck, and no one else would take a bite. So what I did is I named this truck way back years ago. I named it Shit Sandwich. And here in the shop, the name still sticks, even though it's not really a shit sandwich anymore. But I'm still the one taking the bites. But yeah, nice looking rig though, huh? 37-inch all-terrains on it. All frames all been cleaned up and painted. He fixed all the rust. Now the owner of this truck did most of this work himself. We've just done the hard mechanical stuff on it. But I'm not going to put this up on a lift. We don't have a lift free at the moment. We got a lot of projects kicking around here at the shop. So let's grab the trusty creeper and take a look under this thing. Now you used to not be able to go under this truck and touch anything without getting rust in your eyes. But like I said, he's put some floors in it. Look at that. This used to have wood. There was like wood made floors on this thing. 2x4s and plywood, if you can believe it. And this side, he did a pretty good job. Got a pretty decent, we can see the lift kits. There's the lift blocks. We did all of that time lapse. If I remember, I'll put a link in the description or something, or maybe I'll even put some of that time lapse into this video. But real clean now for how this thing looked. I hope some of the older videos will show just how nasty this thing was. Nice headers, nice big block 460, nice headers. This thing has a real nice exhaust note, and he's got I don't know why, but he's got some pretty sweet exhaust dump outs for off-roading, right? You got to use those off-road. That's what that's for. Really nicely put together. And then he's got a MagnaFlow muffler going to a dual. Brand new tanks. I put the tanks in this thing. I did all the hard stuff. He's been doing all the lighter stuff, and he's, like I said, he's been doing a great job on this truck. Yeah, I'm doing a great job. Just painted the frame. I think this is that paint over rust paint, and it looks like it's doing well. It's holding up pretty well. Why don't we take a peek under the hood? Oh, there's one other thing I want to show you. Listen. You don't hear a lot of those anymore. Sweet. You guys want to help me put the hood up? Much obliged. And now this is a pretty tall truck. Now, one thing about a lift kit, it doesn't make them easier to work on, that's for sure. So I think I'm going to do the old tire climb here. And not a whole lot going on. You got the Excel plug wires on it, the 8mm core suppression radio, blah blah blah, performance wires everyone puts on their trucks. Same with his coil. He's got a little bit of a K&N intake, but you know, just big block Ford power with a nice free-flowing exhaust and a nice free-flowing intake. But he's in here today because he's got a loss of power. He said he cleaned his throttle bodies out with some the wrong kind of spray, some kind of lubricant, and ever since he did that, he's been down on power. Right in the back of the throttle body is a vacuum line that goes to the map sensor. So I think he might have plugged up his map sensor. I shoved another one in there for now. Oh, I jumped down off of this thing. So yeah, we got that map sensor plugged in there. Interior is about what you expect. Not too worn and ratty for how old it is. But yeah, we got that map sensor in there. Why don't we take this thing out for a little road test? It's a bit snowy out, so it might be a little interesting. Let's go see what the conditions are out there. At least we'll be in a big enough truck for the storm, right? Let's go for a drive. Big boy. Hey, that's a big bitch. Thumbs up. I wonder where you got that idea from there, Rick. All right. Oh. There we go. Safety first on a snowy day like this, in case this thing doesn't want to stop. Well, you know what, guys? Fault me for not wearing my seatbelt all you want, but the seatbelt ain't connected to nothing. Well, live free or die. I'm here in the great state of New Hampshire where they don't require seatbelts. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear that I'm not wearing it. I don't have a choice in this matter. Oh. Nice. Nice sound to it. All right. Oh yeah, it's slick out all right. I don't think the roads are going to be as bad though. They were earlier. A little down on power still. I don't know if that map sensor was it. And again, maybe it was. Now, not a horsepower monster. These big block Fords are more torque monsters, you know. Not high speed or nothing, but they'll put a lot of grunt to pull a trailer or pull a truck uphill or go sloshing through some trails. I bet you this thing, other than being pretty big for some trails around here, is still rather capable. Be a fun pit in a sand, fun truck in a sand pit. Fun pit in a sand truck. Handles really well. Usually you expect a truck to be lifted this high to have bump steer issues, vagueness in the wheel. I mean, there's a little bit. Nice and slick out in this road. Nice and slick here. Little harsh over bumps. That's to be expected though in a truck like this. Kind of a rare vehicle, being a big block in a 250. You know, a 3/4 ton truck. Usually the 1 ton trucks would have the big blocks in them, but I mentioned it's a little slick out. Duke boys are in a lot of trouble now. I'm having way too much fun. Not even really playing with the truck, with its capabilities. Just driving a truck like this brings a ton of memories back for me. One of the first builds I ever did was an '87 Ford Bronco, and it had the same red interior that this truck has, except for being a sports utility truck vehicle. But driving this thing brings back all those memories of, oh, that would have been the late 90s. Did a Bronco, 4-inch lift, 35-inch tires, and pretty much the same upgrades this truck has in it. Except for the tires, I put 35s under that were all we were able to fit under the front of that one. This being a 3/4 ton truck, you can get away with the 37s. Now, I'm told by the owner of this truck, this isn't really meant for going off-road. He has no plans to off-road this one. Just for the look of it and feel of it. He had a truck, where's the pictures here? See if we can find it. He had a truck back in the day. Yeah, right here. This guy, Rick, owns a painting company. He Here's a truck he had back in the day. So the owner of this truck definitely runs deep in the big old Fords. Look at that nice old twin grill, huh? Nice truck he had back in the day. And this truck here is just kind of recreating that vehicle there. I don't blame him at all. Hot looking rig you had there, Rick. That's a hot looking rig. Boy, what year was that? I'd say, what year would you guys say that is? I like his taste. I like your taste, Rick. Well, anyways, I just took this thing to go pick up a quick sandwich for my road test. I'm here now, so just take a quick look around this thing while we're out here in the snow. If you don't mind, I'll pop you guys out of here. There's the mount you guys are in. But yeah, she's a good looking rig out here in the weather. I like your plate. How cool is that? I'm surprised that plate wasn't snarfed up. I'm surprised no one has that plate. That's one hell of a vanity plate. Nice. Nicely done, Rick. Nicely done. Well, anyways, guys, I got to go in and get my sandwich. We got more cars to fix. And on that note, and until next time, keep it out of the cabbage. Hell yeah.